Still not going to identify yourself? Is there a reason why you have a bad name tag on your shirt? And why do you think that is part of the uniform?
Why don't you tell me?
Well, I would assume it's because you're supposed to identify yourself.
Thanks for sharing your assumption.
And I would assume that you're supposed to do it verbally when asked, because not everybody can read.
Thanks for sharing your assumptions.
You're welcome. Thanks for wasting my time out here. I really appreciate it.
How's it going, folks, and welcome back to Audit the Law. Today's your guys' host, Nate Skates 182, coming back to you guys with another video. This one is brought to you guys by the way of this channel here, going by the name of Captain Bossman. Once you guys see the way this man handles his traffic stop, you will see why he chose to give himself this name. This video is coming to you guys out of Utah, and this here department is the Utah Highway Patrol. And as I was watching this, it honestly started to make me furious. This man is pulled over for speeding by Deputy Isaacson. You guys will watch this dirty deputy use the good old petty marijuana odor excuse to rummage around through this man's private property. Sadly, there is a case law called State versus Right in Utah that enables a cop the authority to search your vehicle if he says he does smell an odor of marijuana, which I believe to be very interesting because I don't think just that simple sentence has enough power to completely override the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. Now, I'm in California where marijuana is both medicinally and recreationally legal, which means the odor of marijuana relies zero probable cause to violate any rights. There has also been case law, State versus TT, that also states that the smell of marijuana does not allow an officer to violate your rights and search you based off that alone. But why would cops give themselves the time of day to learn and think about that one? I want you guys to go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I will go ahead and see you all on at the end of the video.
What are you reaching?
So speeding is not probable cause, but once I get up to the window and get the odor of marijuana, that is probable cause, okay?
How is there an odor of marijuana when there's no marijuana in the car?
That's what I'm saying. So if there's none, I search the car and we get you on your way.
I don't want you to search the car. That's the problem. I like to be on my way. I'm allowed to be traveled unmolested in this country.
You are, but you're not free to leave this time, okay?
I understand that I'm being detained. I mean, obviously there is a traffic infraction here as far as the speeding, and I understand that.
Okay.
But as far as the out-of-state vehicle driving through Utah trying to get home and trying to do the search on the vehicle for no probable cause, other than the fact that you're saying that you smell, now that's subjective.
Okay.
Okay,
so
there is no probable cause, there's no PC.
If I get a canine here to sniff the car and he alerts, would you let me search the car freely?
Why do you need to do a free air sniff? I mean, it's pointless.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why not just allow me, write me my ticket and allow me to be on my way?
I'm going to further investigate this, okay? I do have an odor of marijuana. Okay, that's just, from my training experience, that's what I'm smelling. I've smelled marijuana before, it smells just like this, okay? So I'm gonna ask you to step out so we can get the search, and then we'll go from there, okay?
I do not consent to searches.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not asking for consent. I have probable cause at this point.
I don't believe you do, sir.
Okay, well, I do. So I'm gonna ask you to step out of the car.
Okay, which way would you like me to exit this vehicle?
So just step out and just come out here and stand in front of the hood for me, okay?
Okay, would you like me to turn the vehicle off?
That is up to you. If you're concerned about fuel or anything like that, that's your call.
I always think it's a bit funny when an officer says that they're conducting an investigation where no crime was committed. I feel like the only logical rebuttal to that one would be to go investigate an actual law or crime that was being broken, not playing fishing games on the side of the road where chances and possibilities increase of being ran over, smashed, and possibly killed, all because a curious officer wanted to waste everyone's time playing fishing games with this man's freedom. I personally feel like that would be something I would tell an officer if I was stopped and pulled over, but there is no telling how each situation will turn out because some officers operate differently. Also want you guys to keep an eye out and pay attention on the other deputy who was standing oddly by, not wanting to identify himself and give his name and badge number. You would notice on throughout the video his cocky behavior and attitude towards this man as he tries to engage in conversation with him. The exact kind of tyrant behavior you would expect to see from an officer in today's day and age, which is another little saying officers like to sometimes use against the people in excuse of terrorism, which is absolutely silly in my opinion, but believe me, it has happened before.
You want to go around that side?
I gave you a license, right?
Yeah, I do have your license. Hang on. How's it going? You have no weapons, anything else on you like that?
No, sir, just the handgun in the front seat, that's it.
Okay, so you consent me patting you down?
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm gonna have you just stand up in front of the vehicle while I search it, okay? Or I can have you sit in the back of one of our patrol cars, it's up to you.
I do not give consent to any searches. He can't come up to the car and just automatically say he smells weed.
Well, he can say it if he can smell it, which I can't do. I'm guessing you're not an attorney.
An attorney? I'm guessing you're not an attorney either, sir. How many years of law school do you have, sir?
Actually, I'm in law school right now.
Well, congratulations. I always find it funny when I hear an officer say that, because officers aren't lawyers either, but yet they want to.
I'm literally in that street.
No, I understand. I applaud you for that. That's great. It's awesome. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Nope.
Why not?
I feel like it.
Isn't it your policy to identify yourself when asked from a member of the public? It is not? So how do I'd like to make a complaint against you. So that now I need your name and badge number, please. Can I get your name and badge number, sir? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being cordial. It's not this guy who's going to school to be a lawyer, but yet still doesn't even understand what his policy is to be a state trooper. Policy don't mean shit, huh?
It's what?
It's Cocoa Choir.
What was that?
It's Cocoa Choir. Still not gonna identify yourself?
Hey, please.
Is there a reason why you have a bad name tag on your shirt? And why do you think that is part of the uniform?
Why don't you tell me?
Well, I would assume it's because you're supposed to identify yourself.
Thanks for sharing your assumption.
And I would assume that you're supposed to do it verbally when asked, because not everybody can read.
Thanks for sharing your assumptions.
You're welcome. Thanks for wasting my time out here. I really appreciate it.
It smells like weed, my man.
Well, you definitely come up with a whole bunch so far, haven't you?
I didn't say there was weed in the car.
Excuse my sarcasm. I'm a little annoyed from being sitting out here in the sun for no fucking reason.
You already told you the reason, dude.
You told me the reason, yes.
Just don't like
It's a bullshit reason. I mean, since you're a lawyer, you're in school. You would know that the Supreme Court's already ruled that the smell of marijuana is not cause for searching a vehicle. It's already been ruled through the Supreme Court.
Dang it, you're on to us.
Yet you see a vehicle that's rented from out of state.
Of course, that's why it's
That's the only remnant of marijuana that I found.
I can't even see what's in your hand.
I don't want to touch it with that hand. It looks like a joint. It smells like marijuana, but
Okay?
like I said, that's all I've got to do. It's pretty much out of your way. Have you used marijuana recently at all?
Nope.
Not even in the past day?
Nope.
You lift up your glasses just so I can look at your eyes? Just for... Perfect. Thank you. Go and have a seat in the vehicle. I'm just going to work on a citation, then I'll get you out of here, okay?
Okay.
Any questions or anything about the search, besides from the ones you've already grabbed?
No, other than I don't think it was lawful.
Okay, well, Okay, so at this point, that's your opinion. But
I understand, and I would like his name and badge number, please, on a business card
Okay,
when you do
Have a
leave.
nice day.
I don't have his business card.
I don't.
I
What?
can tell you, it's Moore. It's his last name, 497.
More 497. Why doesn't he want to be cordial?
I don't
mean,
know. I'm not
I have
saying-
no issues with you, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously, we've been fine, but I don't understand what's with his attitude.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a bunch
Yeah.
of bullshit. There's a real big disconnect between police officers
you.
and citizens, and he's the reason why.
Okay, so he's not. I'm not him. Like I said.
I understand, and I'm not giving you attitude.
Oh,
I
no.
gave him attitude because
I got
he
you.
didn't feel like identifying.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's just him. That's who he is.
Okay.
You have that on file now. Whatever you want to do. So here's the thing. I do suspect this to be marijuana. Okay. I am just gonna get rid of it. Okay.
Stomp it on the ground. Do what you want.
It would be a citation for possessing marijuana, but just a small joint like that, and you have the rolling paper. So that's what I'm suspecting it of, but I'm not going to take any further action.
I appreciate that.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
So, like I said, man.
How about this? So, I don't want this to just to be clear, it's not a part of our policy I have to give that to you, but I will give it to you if you'll get back in the car. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'm gonna get back in the
I
car.
got it. It's good, Mark.
Okay, so we'll
No,
go 4 years in?
we have no attitude here. We're good.
Okay.
I have an attitude only because you didn't want to identify.
Okay.
And that's it. Like I was telling him, there's a real big disconnect between police department and citizens today. You guys are not in a very good position being out here, citizens.
There are so many things wrong with this video, and the one thing I want to point out that truly irks me the most is his partner's attitude and demeanor. These guys are already doing the dirty work of unlawfully and unnecessarily violating the rights of this man and his private property. You guys will then see Deputy Moore start to mock this man and everything he is saying by pulling out his notepad and pretending to write stuff down. Earning the hate and showing complete disdain for the public is what you would call this, folks. Unfortunately, this is the mindset of a lot of cops, just not all of them are willing to show it as blatantly as much as this one did. I also thought the request for him to get back in the car in order for him to get his name and badge number was extremely weird in my opinion, as if he was gonna pull an aha psych move on him. Either way, very egotistical behavior coming from this trooper. If any of you guys have gone through and experienced any type of situation like this, go ahead and let me know down below in the comment section. Keep watching, folks.
Being out here, citizens don't really care for you guys a lot. I mean, you know, and it'd just be nice to be cordial. I asked nicely what your name and badge number was. You told me no thanks. That you gave me attitude, so then I gave you attitude back, and that's all it was.
You haven't?
I give what I get.
You're good here, Mark. Yeah, I'm good. You're good. Take off. But anyways, get cooled off.
Can I turn the vehicle back on when I get in?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it, but just
Okay.
don't leave. That's,
Obviously.
So I have your ID, so.
Obviously.
So it's just going to be a citation for the speed.
Okay.
And you're on your way.
If you can cut me any break for being sitting out here in the sun, hassling
Yeah, we
for, you know, I mean, I would appreciate it. I know that's your discretion, but
Okay. Yeah, just go have a seat. I'll be right back up with you, okay?
thank you.
Sir, your driver's license? Okay, so like I said, this is a citation for the speeding, okay? I did drop it down to 94 and an 80, okay? Below the 100, so they do 150% increases on anything over 100, so...
Appreciate that.
About 10 from the fastest I had you, okay? The citation number is highlighted top right, court contacts highlighted bottom left. You can take care of the fine if you choose to online at the website, over the phone, or through the mail to check your money order, or you call that top telephone number to get a hearing scheduled.
Okay. Could you do me a favor and write your name and the other guy's name and badge numbers
Yeah,
on that
so-
piece of paper, please?
Yeah, so mine is... My badge number is right here.
Okay.
I'll put my name next to it. You can't... Unless you can read my signature.
If you could print it, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And then, has your body cam been rolling this entire time?
What was that?
Has your body cam been on this entire time?
Yeah, yep, it has since my lights came on.
Okay. Could you also? Is there an incident number on that as well?
Yeah. So,
So I can request that body cam.
So your numbers are up here.
Okay, that'll
so
be
this will all
everything.
be connected to the case file essentially when I get
Okay.
it uploaded.
And do you know if your partner was wearing a body cam?
He is wearing it. I'm sure when we come, we usually click it on. Like I said, I didn't check to see on his though.
Okay.
But, more than likely, I'd say yes, but not 100% sure. So,
Okay. I'll request
and
it.
then I'll put his on there as well for you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
So Isaacson 651 and then Moore 497 there. Does that
Awesome.
work for you?
Yes,
You
sir.
read that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions on that? So
No.
it's 5 to 14 days. So it takes 5 days for it to get in the system. They just ask you don't let it go longer than 14 days before you at least contact the court.
Okay.
Take care of it, okay?
Yeah, not an issue.
Any other questions or anything, sir?
Nope, we're good.
Well, I appreciate you cooperating there at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, I don't really have a
understand.
choice. I
Well-
mean, if I'm going to be detained and forced to do something, I'm not going to argue and
So,
fight. But
I got you.
but Supreme Court has ruled that the smell of marijuana is not probable cause to search a
Okay,
vehicle, and
well-
that is court case. That's case law.
Okay, well, I'm not aware of that case law, but
Please
from our
look-
training and everything
I
we're
under-
trained to do is the exact opposite.
My
so.
best friend's a sheriff in California. I know what your training is. I know what you guys go through. I know what your policies are. I know what your procedures are. But at the same time, it is case law.
Okay. well,
Okay,
that's-
so even if you were to find something going through court, this search still could have been thrown out because only having the smell of marijuana is not probable
okay,
cause
well,
to search a
I've
vehicle.
never seen anything thrown out from that. But,
I encourage you to please look it up.
do you know the case by name or anything?
I don't know the case law. I'm sure it's
Okay.
a simple YouTube search.
Okay, well,
But
I'll see if I can find. But like I said, the way we're trained in all Supreme Court I've ever seen says, without a medical card in a state where marijuana is illegal, an odor gives probable cause that there's marijuana in the vehicle. Does that I'm just trying to tell you from our point of
No.
view in training and the way we think is.
no, I
Does that make
understand.
sense?
Well, I
I
understand, but
understand.
also the way that you guys think is everybody's a criminal.
I don't think anyone. I usually don't make that assumption, man.
I'm not saying you personally.
I know.
I'm collectively putting you
I
in
understand
a
that.
whole group
So-
of officers.
And I
Like,
get you're out of state. But
dude, I've watched a million videos online of this same scenario happening, and it seems to be targeted with rental cars and out of state, and it almost seems like regardless of what the situation is, an officer comes to the window and 99% of the time automatically without any hesitation says they smell marijuana.
Okay. Well, I'll
and it's I mean
gotcha.
I understand your training, but with you being able to say with your discretion that you smell marijuana, that gives you the opportunity to search any vehicle that you want. And that's not right. There has to be more probable cause than just I think I smell something. That's not enough, and that's what the Supreme Court has ruled on. There are plenty of flowers, there are plenty of other substances that have that smell, and it's not warrant to give up your Fifth Amendment right or your Fourth Amendment right of searches and seizures off of a smell.
Okay. Well.
So, I mean, I would...
I
sorry,
got you.
I'm not
No,
trying to
you're
reach
good.
for
You
a
wanna
gun.
I'll let you keep going. I was just going to say, so every time I've searched a car off this, I've either found remnants of marijuana, paraphernalia, or marijuana.
Sure. Well,
So,
I'm not saying
and
that
back
it's
to the
not.
rental thing. We do. That's true. And like looking for large loads, you look for rental cars. I didn't even know this was a rental car. I'll tell you the truth. I'm running speed.
Well, I mean,
you were
obviously,
going fast.
If I was carrying freaking 5 bales of marijuana in the back seat, I wouldn't be doing 100 mile an hour for one.
Well,
but I guess
would
some
hope
people are
not.
stupid.
I think. Well, you'd be surprised. We have
No.
gotten a lot of stuff off
I-
speed. So.
I understand, but
Well, I will look into what you said. Like I said, all my training, law I've been told is that's the.
I mean, there's a lot of training that you guys do that a lot of training that you guys are given that goes against our constitutional rights. There really is. I mean, ID laws are one of them that are very misused by police
say
officers.
ID laws?
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
3802, right?
IDing people is.
IDing people. You cannot ID somebody unless they've already broken the law, unless it's consensual. You cannot demand
Yeah,
identification.
you need reasonable suspicion to ID anybody.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but I see officers on a daily basis demanding ID and issues where they're not allowed to, trying to drum stuff up.
Well, I'll just
And
say I stand by
so-
100% the way.
But that's your training. Your
Yeah,
training
I
is
gotcha.
to identify everybody you come in contact with, but yet that's still not in confidence with the law or the Constitution. So just because you're trained to do something a certain way doesn't necessarily mean that it's
Okay.
justifiable. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean, I don't know how well you are versed in the Constitution and constitutional law. Your partner says he's trying to be a lawyer, which is great, but Constitution guarantees us a lot of rights, and even
Yes.
with your badge and your gun acting under the color of law, you still don't have that
I
right
understand.
to violate.
I wholeheartedly agree, and that's so part of our mission statement is protecting people's constitutional rights. Okay.
Absolutely. Well, that's the first.
It's in our mission statement. It's
That's what
number-
you swore to do.
Number one, yeah, that's why I sworn in. I appreciate your perspective, like I said, from training. That's just the way. That's the legal way to do it. Okay, so I understand from your point of view. and I
legal for
appreciate your
you.
perspective.
I do not believe it's still legal.
Okay.
And I will check into it, and if I find out it was illegal, unfortunately, I will file complaints against against you.
That's your right, but
And it has nothing to do with your demeanor. You've been very cordial, and I
understand
appreciate that, and all that stuff. I mean, you cut me a break. I appreciate that. But
I understand. Like I said,
But still, I mean,
can file.
you hold us accountable to follow all laws and rules, and I think the people should hold police officers accountable
Absolutely.
for them following rules.
I 100% agree.
And your policy that you signed, that you're supposed to abide by as well, even though that's not a law, like
I got you.
your partner who wouldn't identify.
I understand. So,
All right, well, I need to get on my way. I'm
yeah, I
late
don't wanna-
enough.
Yeah, don't lose your rental. So
Okay, shake your hand?
Yeah, absolutely. It was Barner.
Yes, sir.
Barner. Okay, drive safe, sir. Okay, just
Thank
keep,
you.
try and get there a little bit safe. Traffic's gonna pick up as the holiday continues. So I just don't. Like I said, that's what we're out here. Just want any.
Well,
accidents,
I think you
so.
put more people in danger trying to catch me than I did
Okay.
passing. I mean, honestly, how fast
Gotcha.
were you going to catch me?
130 miles an hour, but
I mean, so
red and blue lights behind.
I understand,
traffic
but
and a siren.
is that justifiable? I mean, who is the victim?
I'm not gonna play that game.
I mean, but
absolutely think
seriously,
it's
I mean-
justifiable.
I mean, but no victim, no crime, right?
Well, until you hit somebody and kill them.
Well, absolutely, that's a different
I don't
story.
believe in victimless crime. We're trying to prevent crashes, and speed is a huge cause of crashes.
I
so-
understand, but do you believe by slowing somebody down like that is going to save somebody's life?
Absolutely, if it changes the behavior.
Okay.
Anything else, sir?
Nope.
Okay. You have a good rest of your day. Okay.
Thank
Drive
you.
safe.
You too.
While both of these gentlemen have a good argument, I don't think drivers should be speeding, but then again, that is a victimless crime until someone gets hurt. But that doesn't mean that should enable cops to do anything they want to the people. You guys heard this man say it earlier in the video that they unfortunately pretty much are allowed to do whatever they want, and they call that officer discretion. There is no telling what this officer could have done if this man did not comply with his unlawful orders. Don't forget that the original video and channel link will be down below in the description as well as the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this one, I want you to go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe, as well as the bell notifications icon down below for future videos. Thank you guys for tuning in once again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Oh, you are not subscribed. Do it now or get off YouTube, bitches.